Cain Velasquez has released his first statement since being released from prison.
Hi everyone, now that it's been a couple weeks since my release, I've had some time to kind of get back into things, get back into a normal way of life, get used to just doing the normal things, being home with the family, being there for my kids. And I just wanted to thank everybody for their love and support. Your words of inspiration, of encouragement, constantly just lifted me up, myself and my family. So I just want to take this time here to thank everybody for their constant support. You have no idea what your words and your encouragement and your love has meant to me and my family. So just thank you. I'll keep doing the work to get back to everyone, and just for myself now, just slowly get back out there without. I didn't want to overwhelm myself with the pace of life that I was getting used to now. All of a sudden, a new way of life, a new way of living, a new rhythm. So for myself, I just had to kind of get used to it, and I've been doing that. So again, just thank everyone, and it's good to be out.
At Hype Brazil last night, Arman Tsarukyan put Makhachev out cold with a rear naked choke. Afterwards, he called out both Charles Oliveira and Dillon Danis.
But I want real challenges. I heard Dillon Danis wants to wrestle me, grapple me. Come on, bro, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And I'm not gonna give you this title. I'm gonna smoke you like this. Let's go. I wanna fight next Charles Oliveira. Let's go. I was born ready for this, so I'm down any day. So, like you know, I wrestle every weekend, guys. And next weekend I'll be already in Florida and wrestling with the Rough. So I'm down for every week. So let me know what day and I'll be here.
Dillon Danis responded to Arman. He wrote, "I accept. Arman, I'll see you soon." He followed up saying free money. Both Dillon and Arman are set to compete at RAF 7 on March 28th. Dillon will face Colby Covington, and Arman is rematching Giorgio Poulos. Colby Covington is not impressed with the UFC White House card. Bo Nickal recently claimed that he tried to fight Colby on the card, but Colby turned down the matchup. Bo will now face Kyle Dawkins instead. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Colby said it's piss poor at best. The fans have spoken. They said they hate it. It's a terrible card. They promised 6 or 7 title fights. Now they have 1 title fight and an interim title fight that they just put together last minute. The thing was so disorganized. They put it together last minute. There wasn't any big high-ranking American fighters. Who are the guys representing America on the 250th birthday of America? It seems like they don't care anymore. They made all that money with Paramount, and they're just happy. It is what it is. Bo Nickal appeared on the Pound for Pound podcast today and called out Kamaru Usman to wrestle him at Real American Freestyle. Bo also claims that he told Colby Covington that he'd only get on the White House card if he fought him, but Colby said no.
Making great matchups. You know, they threw your name out to me, so, you know, we can make it happen.
Word?
Ready to go? Yeah. I heard you were wanting to get back to your roots, so, you know, I heard we could have a little.
Kamaru's too expensive, Bo. Kamaru's too expensive.
Hey, I don't know. They got some serious funding now. They got some deals going, so. You know,
word. Okay, maybe it's a phone call, bro. I need to make a phone call.
Let's go. We could have. I think that'd be great for the fans. They would enjoy it.
Of course. Now you have Kyle Dawkins. Was this also someone that potentially was on your radar, or was it just like, I know I'm on the card, I don't care who it is, give me someone and let's go?
Yeah, I didn't really care, to be honest, who it was. Obviously, the Colby fight made sense, and the negotiations were interesting. You know, my communication with the UFC was that they wanted to fight with Colby, and they told me that they offered him the fight, and they told him that, hey, if you want to be on the White House card, you got to fight Bo. And, you know, that's the fight. So they said basically you have a choice between being on the White House card and fighting Bo, or you're not on the card. and he decided that he didn't want to, you know, fight me, and it was worth it to him to not be on the card, to not fight me. And then, you know,
okay, real quick, I hate to stop you. Do you think it's is as simple as, oh, I don't want to fight that guy, I won't be on the card? Or do you think there might have been something else that might have been a little extra motivator to maybe get that deal done?
I think that they definitely could have paid him more money. I don't think they probably were wanting to pay more money. You know, I'm sure for him, you know, he's thinking, all right, I'm probably not going to win this fight. You know, I need to get a payday to like make this happen. And so, you know, I'm sure the UFC said, you know, hey, this is your contract, this is what you're getting paid. Like, I doubt they wanted to pay him anymore. And so I understand his position, you know, as a businessman wanting to, you know, get your worth and get your value. I think that at the same time, the opportunity to compete at the White House is something you have to factor in a little bit, maybe.
The grappling match between Jean Silva and Bryce Mitchell last night ended in a draw because neither fighter was able to secure a submission. Today, Bryce posted this to his Instagram. He added his wife. He said, "You're the best wife. I just saw this Corona mask you packed for me for the Brazil trip. It's scented too." Aljamain Sterling is set to face Youssef Zalal at UFC Vegas 116 on April 25th. As most of you know, Aljo has been campaigning for a featherweight title shot following his unanimous decision win over Brian Ortega back in August. Zalal is 29 years old and currently riding an 8-fight winning streak. Who do you guys got for this one? Drop your predictions in the comments. Despite being friends and former training partners with Ilia Topuria, Jorge Masvidal appears to be leaning towards Islam Makhachev beating him if they ever fight.
I could see Makhachev taking him down and just like making his day very, very long at the office, or Ilia just getting in there and like just getting him on the hands and catching him. Because Ilia, in my book, is like maybe 2 notches of speed above Makhachev, and the power is unreal. It's uncomparable. But Makhachev on the ground doesn't get tired, can submit you from anywhere, and he's just so damn good at getting to your legs and making you work that even if he doesn't take you down right in the beginning, he's still taxing the F out of your gas tank. He's making you get tired, he's making you work, and then right when you think, oh, he's gonna go for a takedown, boom, he throws a shot, he throws another shot to your face, and he gets to your legs. Like, I really thought, and I still do, Jack is like cream of the crop. You know, his wrestling defense is not that bad, his striking is second to none, and he played with him. I was there live. That was bad.
Conor McGregor appears to agree with Ariel Helwani on his recent take regarding Conor's return to the UFC. Ariel had this to say on his YouTube channel.
I've said this many times about Conor McGregor. I think one of Conor's greatest skills, if you will, was his timing. I think that the reason why he got the Floyd Mayweather fight in 2017 was because it was on the heels of the sale and they wanted to recoup some of that money. I think the old regime would have never allowed him to do that. Getting the MSG fight when he did, all that stuff, like I think he's had impeccable timing, especially in the heyday of his career. And I think he has impeccable timing right now because I think that they have seen the backlash of the White House card and the John Jones stuff and all of this. And who's sitting right there? Conor McGregor. Waiting, ready to go for July 11th International Fight Week. And so I think that they are a little bit more motivated to deliver this. And so I know that they met. I've reached out to ask how it went. I have not heard back. But this is the assumption that I'm going to make. The assumption that I'm going to make is, I know when some of these things go haywire or awry, he goes on social media, he tweets a bunch of stuff, he gets upset, he deletes, he airs his grievances. I have not seen any of that since Monday. And I was looking for that because I knew when the meeting was, and I was looking for something. I'm not going to be played around. I want my release. I want this, that. He has not jumped on this train. Have you noticed? He has not jumped on this train at all. And so that at least leads me to believe that it was positive and that they are moving in that direction. I think the UFC wants him back. I think they want him to fight in July. I think he wants to fight in July. I think everyone is on board with that. It's, can they make the deal? Can they actually get this done? And then of course, it's who the opponent is. Obviously, Nate is out there. They have to sign him. I think that the Max Holloway fight is still interesting. I think that there would be more interest in the Holloway fight than the Oliveira fight at this point. But Oliveira has a belt. Does Conor want a belt? Does that matter to him? You know, we know that they reached out about Praches. I reported he said yes. They've moved on from that. He wants to fight at 170. To your point earlier, I feel like Conor versus anyone would be welcomed with open arms by the audience. And I know that there are some people who still think that he's not going to fight, but I feel like him not airing any grievances, unless I missed a tweet that was deleted, but I feel like people catch those all the time, is a positive sign of how that meeting went on Monday.
Conor responded to Ariel on X. He wrote, "Precision beats power and timing beats speed." Khalil Rountree says he expected Charles Oliveira to dominate Max Holloway in the grappling exchanges the way he did.
How can anybody be mad that this is the way that the fight went?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of criticism online as far as BMF and this, and it should have been a slugger. Anybody who is a fan of fighting knows that this is what Oliveira is good at. This is what the commentators, this is what everybody says. This is what he's known for. If he gets on you, you're done for. If anybody didn't expect this for the BMF title, then you're watching the wrong sport. You're watching the wrong two guys
100%.
fight. We know that Max is a great boxer. We know that Oliveira is a great grappler. How could you not expect it to go this way? I don't understand. Obviously, people that were fans of Max would have liked to see him be able to box more. But when you got the BMF versus the BMF, it's not going to be as one-sided as you think all the time.
In an interview with Ariel Helwani, Mike Tyson discussed his upcoming exhibition bout against Floyd Mayweather. Tyson recently revealed he's dealing with a hand injury, but says he believes the fight will happen. He also noted that the bout will have no weight limit.
We do know that you were in talks to fight Floyd on April 25th. Can you give us a status update on that?
Hey, listen, that's something I signed for already. It's already going down. It's going to be going down in Africa.
Is it still happening on April 25th?
I believe so.
Okay. So this small injury is not going to preclude it from happening.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. What weight will it be at?
It's just free fighting, catch weight, everything.
Okay. How many rounds?
8, I believe.
Does this interest you, like in the kind of way that the Jake Paul fight interested you, like to fight a guy like Floyd, obviously with a?
It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
Yes, and especially in a setting like that, right? I think you were over there and got to meet the people.
Yeah, I was over there, and it's going to be in the same ring that Muhammad Ali and George Foreman was in.
The exact same? They kept it?
Yeah. Yes.
Holy smokes, from like 1974, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's the Rumble in the Jungle Part 2.
Yes.
Right now, it's being reported that Khamzat Chimaev could defend the middleweight title against Sean Strickland at UFC 328 on May 9th. Nothing has been confirmed yet. However, Sean recently posted this to his Instagram. He said it's been a fun dive weekend, but back to work. Terrorists to fight, belts to be won. Khamzat recently posted this on X. He said, "Habibi, calm down. I destroyed the guy who beat you twice. American bitch." He followed up saying, "See you soon, boy." Ilia Topuria's manager Makhachev revealed they turned down the money the UFC offered for a fight against Islam Makhachev, which led to the UFC booking Ilia versus Justin Gaethje instead. Earlier this week, it was reported that the fight fell through because of a hand injury suffered by Islam, but now the exact reason remains unclear. Ilia blamed Islam for the fight not happening, saying he ducked him, while Islam fired back, accusing Ilia of being the one who chickened out.
Then we get a call that said, "Hey, if we can make a fight, you can fight Islam or Gaethje," right? And we actually said, let's take Islam. We would love to fight Islam, because remember, guys, it's not about picking an opponent because one is harder or easier or scared or not scared. Money's involved, and the bigger the fight, the more money it is. And so we wanted to make the most amount of money, right, that we possibly could. So we were focused on getting an Islam fight. So then Wednesday, I got asked, would you guys want to do this or that? And we said, absolutely. They gave us a number. We said, absolutely not. And then we didn't hear anything after that. The money that was offered was like small. It was more like, if this fight could happen, here's the numbers. Are you guys down for it? And we're like, not at those numbers.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from The Eagle Has Landed. It's in reference to Arman Tsarukyan putting Muhammad Makhachev to sleep. It says, "This is why weight classes are important." The second one's from L Bonds 430. It's in reference to Ronda Rousey saying that Valentina Shevchenko has to sell her titties on OF because UFC fighter pay is so bad. It says, "Man, I bought Valentina's OF. Ronda lied." And the final one's from Summa 500. It says, "Arman is on the route you take to get to the final boss." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.